As remote work becomes common across many industries, workers have more say than ever before on where to build their lives. Clayton Baumgarth spoke with a new Bloomington resident and experts about how a state program is attracting workers from around the country to southern Indiana.
If you could live anywhere in the country, where would it be? That's the question Noel Sons, a retired U.S. Navy SEAL, and his family answered almost 2 months ago. After retiring from the service, he accepted a job with Hourglass Innovations, a technology company that offers services to the federal government. Now working fully remotely as the president of military applications, he and his family decided to move from their home in San Diego, California, to one of 5 cities: Astoria, Oregon, Kalispell, Montana, Greensboro and Asheville, North Carolina, and Bloomington.
We visited a lot of them, and my kids actually had the final vote, and we sat down and decided where are we going to go, and they picked Bloomington. So we got here July 15th this year.
Moving from San Diego, a city of 1.4 million, to Bloomington with its population of 77,000 can be amusing.
We think it's super funny when someone says, oh, that's all the way across town here in Bloomington. And we're like, okay, that's fun with zero traffic.
But overall, the Sons family has been pleased with their decision.
I've got to throw it out to the community here, how welcoming everyone's been, and quickly making friends, getting integrated in. It's just, I don't want to be stereotypical, but it's just Midwestern nice. There's something to it.
We met Noel at the Mill, a shared workspace here in Bloomington. By using the website Make My Move, he was able to get a 3-year membership to the space.
It's made things easier. It gave us an address. Believe it or not, that's tough when because right now we're in a furnished Airbnb still looking to close on our house. Add an address, things like a printer, a place to go work, connections to the community. The Mill's been great about connecting us all the time.
Make My Move is a job placement website that connects remote workers around the country with communities which are attempting to attract new residents.
It's a form of economic development where communities can promote themselves on the platform, recruit workers, and those workers bring all of their economic benefit with them.
According to Hawk, Indiana has been a model for courting people to bring the remote jobs to the state. With funding from the Indiana Economic Development Corporation and Radius, a regional partnership, communities including Crawford, Davies, Greene, and Martin counties all have listed benefits packages on the site. Most include a stipend of up to $5,000 and additional benefits such as annual passes to visit state parks, free checking accounts through local banks that feature cash bonuses, and more. Hawk highlighted Jasper, Indiana as one of the success stories on the site.
It's really gone gangbusters. So, they've moved 70 households so far. And, it's really not surprising when you go visit that area. It's beautiful. The people are amazing. And that's exactly the type of thing that our users are looking for.
According to the Indiana Economic Development Corporation, the state has welcomed over 1,200 new residents through remote worker relocation programs on Make My Move. Interestingly, 53% of movers relocated to rural communities which have been experiencing population decline. Communities in the Radius region, which include 8 counties in southern Indiana, brought in 186 new residents through the program. These population bumps can help spur economic growth, especially considering the income required to qualify for the relocation packages.
It's really up to the individual communities to kind of set those bars. In most places, it's around $50,000. It might be a little bit higher for more competitive communities.
Choose Southern Indiana, a program from Radius, focuses on talent attraction. They do both remote worker marketing as well as general workforce marketing.
We have a defense sector program where we're helping recruit qualified workforce for the defense contractors outside of Crane. We've got a healthcare program where we're looking for nurses, and that's currently focused on 2 of our counties.
In the future, Painter wants to see placement programs focus more on attracting and retaining healthcare and teaching professionals, as well as making sure graduating students come back home after college.
If we can use this program to keep local or kids that are graduating from our local, colleges, IU, Purdue, Ball State, ones that are within the state of Indiana, and have them come down to southern Indiana and enter the workforce using our population incentive, then I think that would be a win as well.
But Painter says that movers aren't choosing to move to Indiana for incentive packages. Many have cited the state's natural beauty, lower cost of living, and more.
What we hear from the majority of them is that they just enjoy the pace of life here, and that they can own some property in smaller school systems, smaller communities. But where we're situated, you have access to those bigger city markets within an hour or less.
The Sons family and Painter agree that small town living and remote work offer an opportunity for growth in rural Indiana.
Pandemic taught us how important community is. And I think that There's so many great communities down there that if they could embrace remote work or supporting remote work, not every place has to have something like the mill, but something after that kind of structure and getting people into the community, I think it's a huge opportunity.
For Indiana News Desk, I'm Clayton Baumgarth.